Welcome to this video. In this part of the video, I'm going to string up this button here so that it lights up. Now we have to add this class to that button, and it's called redBG, which means red background. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to find out where we should go, and obviously it should go here, strict light. And if we add that to it, I should get up. Can you see that gone red? So that's the correct place. So with this one, we have to add something to the state. Default to false. And now we have to create the button. Okay, it's going to go here. I'm going to call it toggle strict. Okay, and I'm going to take out this line that says data button. I want to take it out. It's not required. Okay, and then I'm going to create this function. In fact, let's call it that. The reason I'm giving them underscores is because I don't want to clash with React methods. I don't know what the names of them are. I'm sure none of them start with underscores. So on this one, I'm going to first post a button. I'm going to do that first. Okay, let's try that. So that's working. Now we have to be careful with this button, because when we switch it on, we can press the button on and off. But when it's off, that button should be disabled. Also, if that button is on, when you switch it off, that button should also switch off with it. Okay. So the first problem can be solved by, let me just put that up one. If do the if statement. So now, when it's off, it doesn't do anything. When it's on, it gets clicked. Now when we switch it off, we want that to switch off. Now that can be done. Okay, so when we switch it off, that will set it to off. Okay. Now we already know that that works, so I'm going to take that out. And we've got to set this to true. So when that button, okay, this is a toggle. I just remember this is a toggle. So we're going to have to toggle this. This start state start. So this will toggle it by simply doing that. Okay, so that's done. So now I have to just string this up, as in make it so that you can see what it's doing. So let's find. If it's true, it's going to be this. If it's false, it's going to be just this. So now I have to replace this. Oops. With that, let me see. Okay, let's test if it works. I'll switch it on. Press the button on. Press off. Press on. Switch it off. And it doesn't work now. Switch it on. So it's not working. Okay. So now there's one thing I want to show you. Okay. This is the state. And obviously, not obviously, but whenever I power it off, I've just added something else in there. This says state, but really, when I power it off, that should be set to the default. And that should be set to the default. The only reason why we haven't noticed is because these haven't been changed to anything. Okay. In fact, that is set to the default already. Strict is set to the default. Powered is set to the default. Now level isn't. Okay. So really I need to add something for level. However, if I keep adding things, it's going to come to the stage where what I'm trying to say is at the moment these are the defaults for this thing, and when I switch it off, I'd like to set the model to the defaults. Okay, that's what's gonna happen most of the times, and there may be the odd exception, and in that case I should make it's easier for me to make an exception, but really now I need this to be automated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to set it so that I can reset the defaults in one go and add as many things as I want, and it will always reset into default. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the constructor. That's the render. There's the constructor here. Now, as you can see, this is where this is where the state is set. That's the constructor. So what I'm going to do is one line below it. I'm going to create a line. I'm going to copy and paste it in. Now all this line does, it creates a class property. And what it does is sets the class property to these defaults, and it does that by this function here. Now what this does, it gets the state, it stringifies it, that means it turns it to a text, then it turns it back into an object. Now the reason why I've done that is, if I just done this default equals this state, I'd copy a reference to the state. So I want to copy a copy of this and not the reference to it, because if I do the reference, it will just mess things up and I won't be able to do what I want to do. Okay. Now what I'm going to also do is, I don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it for another reason. Is I'm going to declare this object here and give it a value of null. Of empty. Okay. That's just so I can see it. Well, I don't have to do that. So what I can now do is, I can now change this code in here. In fact, this is incorrect anyway, because as you notice here, I'm calling this twice. I could actually go like this. So that was incorrect anyway, because I should really go like this. Okay, and that does the same thing. I'm doing one call. Okay, however, I want to set everything to defaults in one go. Fine, let me just copy this. Okay, so now I'm going to comment this line out. I'll see if that now sets everything to defaults. As you can see, it's setting everything to default. So now I can close, and now I don't have to think about setting things to defaults. All I have to do is just put that in. All I have to do is think. All I have to think now is anything that I set here, when I switch it off, it will get set back to the defaults, which are these. These are the defaults here. Okay, and that makes it a bit. Makes it a bit easier for me. Okay. Thanks for watching this video. Until the next one. Bye.